everyone, class 15, video number 1. We're going to go through some surface area problems here. And the key to surface area problems, I know the formulas might look a little daunting, but just stay the course, take your time. We're going to do them step by step. But the absolute key is you need to get your numbers all to the same units before you use the formula. So the first one here, calculate the square meters in a semicircular sided tank with a diameter of 1,000 centimeters and a length of 7 feet. Answer in square meters, 2 decimal places. So the very first thing we gotta do, we gotta get our numbers to meters. Right, so if the diameter is 100 centimeters, we know how to get centimeters to meters. So our diameter would be 10 meters. And we have to remember our radius is always half our diameter. So our radius is 5 meters. And this number's in feet. And we do know how to get feet to meters. We divide it by 3.28. We get 2.134. We're just going to use it. We're going to take it 2 decimal places. Okay? Now that we got all our numbers in the same units, we're just going to use this nice formula. We're going to take our time and do it one step at a time. So we're just following along. Pi times radius. Pi times 5 times 5. Right? And we write that number down here. Then we go to the other side of our formula. Length times width, 2.13 times 10, we get 21.34. We add those two numbers together and we get 99.88 square meters. 2 decimal places, 2 decimal places. Done. Right? So you can take your time with this formula, and we're going to remember when you do this half of the formula, you're going to hit equals and you're going to write something down because your calculator is not going to let you do all those functions in a row. Okay, the next one, calculate the surface area of a totally enclosed tank with a diameter of 10 feet and a height of 36 inches. Answer in square feet. So here's the key. We have to answer in square feet, so our numbers have to be in feet before we start. So we have a diameter of 10 feet and a height of 36 inches. So to get our inches to feet, we divide by 12, so we now know our height is 3 feet. If our diameter is 10 feet, what's our radius going to be? Divided by 2, our radius is 5. Right? Now we've got all our numbers written down, ready to go. This formula does look long and confusing, but again, you just follow the formula one step at a time. So 2 times pi times radius. Write that number down. Right? Then the other side of the formula, we have pi times diameter times height. Pi times diameter times height. Right? It equals, we write that number down. Now, we're ready to add them up. And we get 251.33. But look, this says 10th decimal place. Blame this on Lori, she did this one. So all we need here is 251.3. But that's why it's very, very important to check yourself, make sure you read the question. Because if you're in a multiple choice question test, especially when you get to your apprenticeship exam, I'll guarantee you that'll be a choice to choose from. But what did it ask for? 10th decimal place. Okay? We got this. One more. A rectangular tank has dimensions 14 feet by 4 feet by 54 inches. When you get these dimensions, they'll be laid out length by width by height. Okay? Unless it otherwise writes them out for you. So length by width by height. Calculate the surface area in square feet, hundredths decimal. So again, square feet, I gotta make sure all my numbers are in feet. So this one's in feet, this one's in feet. I gotta get those inches to feet. We know how to get inches to feet. Divide by 12. So our height is 4.5 feet. So again, I know this formula looks really daunting, but it's not, okay? I have faith in you. So we're just gonna follow it along, but we do have to remember, we have to do what's in the brackets first. So length times width, and then times it by 2. 14 times 4, and then times it by 2. Length times height, then times it by 2. And the last one, width times height, and then times it by 2. Right? And after each one of those, you're hitting equals, so we end up with 112, 126, and 36. Guess what? Now we're just adding them up. And we get 274.00. This again is very similar to an apprenticeship test question. It's asking for this 100th decimal place, but look, we just had a whole number. The expectation is you put the 2 zeros after the decimal place. That's what you need to do. Okay, so again, when you use these formulas, You wanna take your time, go through each step of the formula, and write your numbers down as you go. Remember, you know how to find me if you have any questions. Thanks.